Today on Great Day Houston, tired of freckles and age spots? We'll introduce you to a revolutionary new way to wipe them out in a flash.
And now, live from the Channel 11 studios, it's Great Day Houston. And here's your host, Whitney Casey.
And have you been soaking up freckles while soaking up all that sun? We'll show you how to wipe them away in a flash. And then still to come, how to get rid of those age spots, moles, warts. It's a shocking treatment. We'll show you how it's done coming up. Anyway, well, you stick with us, because if you've been frying in this summer sun, you've probably been churning out some major freckles. It's a freckle factory here, and we're going to introduce you to the ultimate freckle fryer. It wipes out freckles next. Welcome back. Well, chances are you've probably been out in the sun this summer, especially if you've been here or going anywhere for 4th of July, and you've probably not been enjoying all those unwanted after effects of sun, like freckles. So, Dr. Richard Lacconi is here with us to give us the latest treatment, saying bye-bye to all of those freckles in a flash. And Paula Cobb, his patient, is here, and of course, his lovely wife and assistant, Dana, who is working on Paula right now. So, okay. Let's go through this a little bit. You're telling me that, okay, first of all, we're looking at Paula. She's got a sunspot or a freckle or a mole. Right. What is that?
Actually, what you have here is a very typical lesion that occurs in the skin as we get older. It's called a seborrheic keratosis. And frequently, people beyond the age of 40 have half a dozen of these. And as you get older, you may have dozens of them. Okay. It's one of the most common occurrences of the skin as we get older.
How do we avoid that first?
Well, this particular one is largely age-related. Some of them are sun-related. This one isn't as much sun-related, but it's still, you know, it's a lesion of the skin that people would like to do something about frequently.
Right. And Paula, you noticed this when? And you wanted to get rid of it?
Oh, probably 2 months ago, I noticed it.
Really? So you hadn't seen it before, and all of a sudden you're looking in the mirror and you're thinking, that's right next to my earring. I don't want that.
No, but at my age, I frequently see them, so I frequently see Dr. Lacconi.
Well, I'm glad you're a frequent user. So let's see how this little machine works. Okay, what is she doing? Dana is working on...
Well, she has the handpiece that delivers a very, very low amperage, very high frequency electrical current.
Okay.
This is a technique that's been around for 40 years in simpler form, but with the advent of modern microprocessors, they can get the frequencies up high enough that it gives the current just a very superficial application to the surface of the skin, so it doesn't go deep enough to cause any scarring. So it will actually just remove the lesion by drying it out.
Okay.
Because the technical name for this thing is an electrodesiccator. Desiccator meaning like to dry out.
Okay. So how does that feel, Paul? Do you feel anything? No.
No.
It's just a little bit of pressure from when she's putting.
And sometimes you feel a little stinging.
It feels warmth more than anything.
And so you've had this done before.
Yes.
How do you like the results?
I'm very pleased with the results.
So in a few days, you said how long? In about 10 days or
sometimes
2 weeks?
less than that. Yeah,
okay.
Just 4 or 5 days. It's because what she's done is Dana's done with the tool is drying out to the point where it's just going to flake off, and it may take 5-7 days.
And that's okay. What if it's a mole? It's not dangerous?
Well, certainly, if you apply this is a good technique to use with moles, but you have to be confident of the mole that you're treating. People have dozens and dozens of moles, and obviously, the vast majority are simple, benign, what we call nevus or moles.
Right.
You have to look at them for the characteristics of a benign mole. It's regular, its coloration is regular, its borders are regular. As long as it meets those criteria as a very, very definite normal mole, you can...
Right, I would have looked at Paul. I would have looked at this, Paula, and said, "Oh, that's a mole. Okay, well, You got to have that for the rest of your life.
They can look a little bit like mole seborrheic keratosis.
Okay, so if you're at home and you're looking at yourself in the mirror, best to just go ask your doctor rather than decide, oh, I have to get this removed. I mean, because also, how often, I've always wondered how often you should have your moles checked, because moles change. They're evolving little beings on your body.
Absolutely.
How often should you have them checked?
Well, like a lot of preventive medicine, the best would be about annual exam by a dermatologist.
Okay.
And if a mole is suspicious, you actually look at it with a magnifying glass to look for these characteristics like variations in color, variations in the border. Does it look like it's invading the skin, that kind of thing. Those are the signs of melanoma. Most moles don't have those characteristics, but obviously if there's any doubt, then you biopsy it.
Okay, so does this always work though? Like this will work on Paula's aging spot right there. This will work.
Oh, it'll definitely work on that.
So basically, it'll just sort of.
It's perfect for this.
It's almost like after she does this in 10 days, it'll almost somewhat scab up and then fall off.
Scab up, fall off, right?
And leave. It'll leave no scarring.
Generally not. Sometimes a very tiny hypopigmented or light.
Okay,
spot.
Lighter spot. So then we need to make sure we put
not.
sunscreen.
Absolutely. Sunscreen, and if you're doing a whole lot of them, sometimes even dab with a little touch of cortisone.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, you're coming back with us because, not only age spots, but those warts. The warts we don't want, the moles we don't want, and all of that. So when you come back, we've got another little treatment that we're going to talk about, right?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, so stick with us because as we said, there's more than one way to fry a freckle. That's right. And then moles and warts. So we've got all the latest options, and we will be right back.